Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Friends, what a day it has been. Everything is a sea of red. So we're going to take a quick look at what's happening in the markets. And I'm going to try to make a call on whether we have entered a bear channel or not. And also discuss the reasons for today's drop in share prices. With that said, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. Let us first go to the fear and greed index, and then we'll make our progression through our normal usual suspect data points, and then look at all the shares and indices. Well, here we are in the fear and greed index, and we are slowly becoming less and less greedy and moving towards fear, which is not a good thing. But we have a healthy respect for reality at this point of time, so things can go either way. So this is not too bad. Next, let us look at the stock market heat map. And next, let us look at the stock market heat map, and you see a sea of red, and we have got energy, which is an ocean of green out here, entire energy, oil and gas integrated, oil and gas energy, and the whole energy sector is doing well. The rest are all absolutely red. So fortunately, as I mentioned, for the first time I bought oil stocks. I have ExxonMobil in my portfolio, and it's doing extremely well. It's up 20%. So I'm keeping that with me regardless of the environmental and whatever considerations it might be. Next, let us look at the economic calendar and the data that we got today for JOLTS and factory orders and JOLTS job quits, etc. All this kind of sent the yields high, and as a result of which money from the stock market was taken out. And that's the way I would explain what happened today, the phenomenon of what happened today. And it also affected Bitcoin big time because Bitcoin also came down. Now we are looking at the NASDAQ futures out here. NASDAQ futures are already down minus 0.83%. And if we look at our bull channel out here, we are broken out of the bull channel. So typically what we would like to do before we declare that we are in a bear channel for any chart is that we want to test the resistance. Now that we have broken down below this diagonal line of support, this line of support now becomes line of resistance, and we need to test it. And when we test it and we come back down again, that confirms that we have gone into a bear channel. And then a couple of things could happen. We may start tracking this line as a line of resistance, and we may have a series of higher highs, and that would probably indicate that we are still in a bull channel. But if we started having lower highs and lower lows, then we are definitely in a bear channel. So we have not yet seen evidence of that, and we also have support from the 20-day exponential moving average still holding this up. So I'm thinking, let us watch what happens tomorrow, and then we'll decide what we need to do. Indicators, QQQ. QQQ has definitely broken down. I was hoping that we'd have a series of lower lows and we could connect them and draw a line of support, but we have come down further. We have also fallen below the 9-day exponential moving average, which was giving us support before. We have also fallen below the 20-day exponential moving average. I think the 20-day exponential moving average is at 441.30, and we closed at 441.11. So we are just below that. And as a result of which, I think I'm increasingly starting to believe that we are in a bearish trend. Now, on top of it, if you also put the RSI is going down, the momentum is dropping, and we are almost close to average. So once we drop below average, I think all bets are off. And when you look at the MACD is already bearish, and it's moving in a bearish manner away from the signal line. So overall, it tells me that we are going to see a little bit of bearishness. And friends, if you recollect what I had spoken about before, in election years when the incumbent president is a candidate, it has always been seen in almost 83% of the cases that end of March and early April is the lowest point of the year. So I'm thinking that if those of you who had already taken out money and taken profit, they are in a very good position to multiply your money. Because as we go further into April, somewhere around 20th of April, I think the trend should turn if everything goes according to historical records or historical trends. So that's what I am looking forward to. I have some cash handle available free, so I could probably deploy that, and I hope you have some too. So of course, these are my personal opinions, not financial advice, so please be careful. Let's get back into the charts. Next, I'm going to look at VIX. And in VIX, we can see that we almost challenged the 200-day exponential moving average, and that's a big deal. So the VIX is getting stronger and stronger. It has come out of its hibernation below this diagonal line of support. It was under it for maybe a week or so, and then it has decisively come up. And as you can see, our 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving averages are supporting the VIX, and along with them we have also the 50-day and 100-day exponential moving averages joining them. So 4 out of 5 exponential moving averages are supporting the VIX, and momentum is also pretty high, and the MACD is also moving in a bullish direction. So all of this indicates that volatility or VIX is going to go up, and when VIX goes up, you see share prices coming down. So that's what I'm expecting there. S&P 500 has also broken down below the bull channel. The bull channel has now become a resistance. And again, we need a testing out here. We have fallen below the 9-day exponential moving average as well. And we are right now supported by the 20-day exponential moving average. So we have not yet formed any death crosses, so that's a good thing. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. We need to test that 9-day exponential moving average. Who knows, we may go over it, and if we did that, then we want to test this diagonal line of resistance, and if we go above the diagonal line of resistance, we are fine. But if we get pushed down, then that's a different story. That's when we'll be able to confirm whether we are in a bearish situation or not. Dow Jones also has gone below a diagonal line of support that we have here, also gone below the 9-day exponential moving average. So all of those things indicate that the Dow Jones is weak, but we again wait for confirmation. And Russell's was down 1.84%, but it's way above this diagonal line of support. Of course, it has fallen down below the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average, but there is plenty of support for it in order to maintain a bullish trend. So I'm going to hold on to hope, because momentum has not fallen below average yet, and the MACD has just crossed over the signal line, or maybe it's on top of the signal line right now. We'll see what happens tomorrow with this one. And if we look at US oil, the US oil is going up because the economy is heating up, and that's a good indication for US oil to go up. And I'm going to just pull this out. Just give me 1 second while I organize this into a long-term trend, and let us see what is happening here. Just going to consolidate a little more. The way TradingView works is that it needs a little bit of recalibration, so I have to go out and come back in again. So let us go for a month or a week time frame and see what it looks like. So this is a weekly time frame, and in a weekly time frame I'm not able to make any kind of patterns, but definitely one of the things I would say is that we got a double bottom out here. So that double bottom can be considered bullish. It's looking bullish because also the momentum is picking up, and the RSI has plenty of room before it gets overbought. MACD is bullish. And if we go to a 1-day time frame and look at all the indicators are bullish. We have RSI which is almost overbought right now, and that means there will be a little bit of consolidation, and we are also approaching a resistance at 86.33. And later on in this week, we are going to get a few more economic data. One is going to be ISM Services PMI and Fed Chair Powell's speech. And then we also have non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. Now, these two can definitely give a message to oil whether the economy is strong or not. If the message is that the economy is strong, oil is going to go up. And the catalyst for oil is also that globally, many economies are starting to look a bit stronger, and they are starting to increase their consumption. So in anticipation of demand, oil price is going up. So that is one part of the story. And within the US, if the economic data starts to indicate that it's going to strengthen up, then generally the investors are going to think that the Federal Reserve will not increase interest rates. and it's not going to decrease interest rates either. So instead of expecting 2 interest rate cuts, they may downgrade their expectation for rate cuts to 1, and the shares will come down a little bit. In the meantime, we'll have oil firming up. So a rotation into oil seems to be a logical idea, but we just need to wait for confirmation. Let us see the non-farm payrolls and other data that's coming on Thursday. I think that will make a decisive change for oil. If those data don't indicate economic strength, oil will come down. That's my expectation. Not only will oil come down, stocks will go up. That's my expectation, I would add. Apple can come up with a catalyst anytime, and their announcement in AI can give them a boost. Fundamentally, the company is pretty good, so one can watch this company, I suppose. Then we look at Microsoft, which again is looking decent, but the momentum is falling, but it's above average. The chart, we have seen the MACD cross over the signal line, so that's a bearish sign. And today, they were not able to go above this line of resistance at 421.08, or did they manage? Yes, they managed to go above it. So this has become a support for them right now. And I'm just going to make this much bigger for you to see, so that you can see that they have gone above this horizontal line of resistance, and which has now become a support, and they're being constrained by the 9-day exponential moving average. So overall, I think Microsoft is starting to look a bit good, except for the fact that momentum is dropping, and also MACD is below the signal line, but it won't take much to turn around. Fundamentally a strong company with a lead in AI. And also they have managed to successfully incorporate AI into their Office suite. So overall, I think Microsoft has got a very good handle. And recently I have seen that they are using AI to get search business as well. So Google is going to be threatened a little bit. So Google has also got to make quick moves. Then we have Nvidia, which was down around 1% today, and Nvidia has gone below the diagonal line of support, which has now become a diagonal line of resistance. It's also gone below the 9-day exponential moving average for the last 3 days in a row. So definitely a lot of weakness for Nvidia, but this could be an opportunity for late entrants to pick up Nvidia. That's my personal opinion, not financial advice. They have a support from the 20-day exponential moving average. We need to see how this moves along. So any weakness, I think I would welcome that, so that the stock can consolidate, make a firm base. I believe that they have a lot of potential to go beyond $1,000. Potentially they may even have a share split at a later date, and that could give more impetus to the share. That said, I think I would like to look at Intel. Intel has dropped significantly today compared to the 3 continuous days of increase that it had seen. They were not able to navigate the resistance at 44.83. So that's a big problem. Once they break through above this, then I think it should look good. They have a nice double bottom out here, or you could even look at head and shoulder pattern, which should give us a target price of around 47.61. I'll wait and see what happens, because MACD is looking healthy. Momentum is also above average, which just needs a little bit of a pickup. Then we have some negative news today. Intel down on steeper operating loss in foundry business, and also they disclosed $7 billion in operating loss for chip making unit. And I heard that Biden administration is going to scrap R&D budget for chip design. So all those things are likely to weigh on Intel. So I would watch this carefully, this diagonal line of support, and 9-day exponential moving average and the 20-day are supporting the price, and the price action was very narrow today. That said, I think I would like to bring this to Tesla. Tesla again has been very weak. They delivered a very poor delivery statistics for their cars, and also there is a survey which kind of validates my thoughts that Elon Musk, his personal reputation is damaging the demand for the company. Now, if you think about it, who are the people that would go for electric cars? These are liberals, these are Democrats, these are environmentally conscious people who believe in science and who are liberal in their mind. And those are the kind of people who actually bought Tesla. And Elon Musk's image after he got X and started working on X, his image has taken a big beating, and he's against all the expectations of what this particular demographic stands for, and therefore there's a cooling off of demand. And we have to see how Tesla manages to come out of this. Will the board now make any intervention? Because at the end of the day, Elon Musk is the highest paid CEO. The remuneration he has is significant, and we haven't heard anything from the board about recovering his remuneration and fixing it to a better level. There was a shareholder suit. So we have to watch Tesla carefully to see what happens going forward. The other company that I'm very carefully watching is Illumina. I'm looking forward to see Illumina make some overtures towards Nvidia and get into some kind of a partnership so that it can be in the Nvidia platform and make sure that it's future-proofed. So those are two things that I'm looking for. And what else? Of course, Ginkgo Bio is another thing that I'm watching to see whether it becomes a penny stock or whether it manages to stay above the $1 and comes up with some positive news that can give us confidence that all the promise that is there for its business can actually be realized and it's not going to be vaporware. So with that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end, and I'll catch up with you again in the next video.